Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Callie. I'm doing a tag today that was done by my dear friend Miss Rita Marie. And if you guys haven't checked her out, I'm going to link her below and definitely check her out. She's amazing and super cool, and she's a true soul sister, and I love her very much. So she did a tag that was actually a combination of two tags in one. And I apologize, I can't remember who she said they were initially from. So Rita, help me out and link the put comment below. But I just thought I would do this tag. It's an artist kind of a tag, and if you're watching this video, I would love it if you would do the tag too. I think they're great ways for us to get to know each other. So I have my questions down here. First question is, who inspired you then? As a child, I spent a lot of time outside in nature, and so I'd have to say that inspired me. I remember a childhood friend, gosh, I wish I should try to find her, a girl named Julianne Crowboth. I was friends with her sister Caroline, and Julianne was this amazing painter, and I totally remember a pair of jeans that she painted, like up the leg. There were castles and kind of fantasy stuff, so I have to say Julianne Crowboth inspired me as a young girl. But I didn't do a lot of art as a child. I think I always liked it, but you know, once I reached like middle school age, I think I was a little intimidated by people who were better than me, and I kind of shut it down a little bit. But I've always been a doodler and things like that, so kind of got off the track there. Second question is, who inspires you now? You guys, you inspire me now. I spend so much time watching YouTube videos and things like that, and there's not enough hours in the day for all the things I'd like to try, but definitely you guys, my grandchildren, my kids, people around me, still nature always, inspired every day. What else? Pinterest, oh my gosh, definitely get lost for hours on Pinterest sites. Yeah, so everything, day-to-day life inspires me, but definitely you guys on YouTube and Pinterest for sure. Number 3, what is your favorite media? And gosh, I like them all, but I definitely love acrylic paint, pencils, is that a media? Graphite, and polymer clay are probably my 3 favorite. Rita Marie talks about like stained glass and things like that, and I've never done that, and I would love to because I do like mosaic and things, but I still have hours and, you know, days left to live, so never say never. 4, what is your favorite color? If you guys know me, you don't even have to ask. It's purple. Definitely purple with a capital P. But I'm an earth tone girl by nature. So, you know, you've seen my cottage tour. I have a lot of like browns and earth tones and things like that with many, many purple accents everywhere. But in my art, it's heavily, heavily purple. I love blues. I love green. I love all colors. My least favorite colors, although I like them as pops, probably reds and oranges. Not too crazy about yellows, but again, they can make me happy in the right places. So those I don't use. I'm not a pink girl. No offense. That's probably my least favorite color, pink. I'm not a pink girl. But they all have their place. Number 5, 3 things you would take on a desert island. And I'm going to go with Rita's thing that, you know, that there's shelter, food, and clothing there, although there wouldn't be, but saying that those things are there. I would like to bring Tom with me. And some kind of music, maybe a guitar. And I don't think I would need to bring art supplies because there would be enough things there to, you know, I could draw in the sand or take a sharpened stick, and, you know, I could use materials on the island to work with. So Tom, some kind of a fire making implement, and a guitar or a first aid kit, right? Yeah. Number 6, what kind of product would you be? What kind of product would I be? I would be clay, because I'm malleable. yet firm when I dry. Yeah, I would be clay or a watercolor palette. You know? It's an interesting question. I wrote these questions down, but I didn't spend too much time. You know, I didn't want to rehearse my answers or anything. So, number 7. What is the most expensive craft tool that I have? I don't have a lot. So maybe my Dremel. I probably paid the most for that, and that was maybe $30 or $40. My heat gun, which is amazing, I got at the auction for like $1. So yeah, my Dremel. What is my least expensive craft tool? Pencils or glue stick or anything I got at the auction in a $1 bag. Acrylic paint for $1. Or, yeah. Something I got at the Dollar Tree. What is the oldest item, number 9, oldest item that someone you know still has? What is the oldest item that I made that someone you know still has? This actually surprised me a few years ago because, you know, out of sight, out of mind. But when I was about 16 years old, I took a photography class in high school, and part of the assignment was to do black and white headshots, and I used my young nephew, Terry, who's now over 30. He was around 2-ish at the time, and I did these black and white headshots of him, and they came out so cute. So for a card that I made, I don't know if I made it for my sister or what, but I took like a big 5x7 index card, and I picked his headshot about this big, and I put it on a little kid's, like collaged it with a little kid playing baseball's body, and I did drawing around it, kind of Zentangle-ish. Anyway, I forgot about it. And then a few years ago, for my nephew's, I think it might have been his 30th birthday party, the cake that I got him, you know how you could do like graphics on cakes? Well, they used that picture that I made, and I hadn't seen it in all those years, and so I was really flattered, number 1, that they had it and they wanted to use it, and so I'll say that's the oldest item that I made that someone I know still has. Yeah, and that was pretty cool. So thanks, Sue. For my sister Sue for doing that, and thanks Terry for being my nephew, and I love you. Number 10, a craft tool that was a waste of money. A craft tool that was nothing. I'm so cheap that it's not a waste of money. A craft tool that was a waste of money. I can't think of one. I really can't. I'm so cheap that and I honestly, maybe some ugly ribbon or something. Waste of money. I can't think of one thing. I'm that cheap. You know, if it's $1, I don't consider it a waste, really. Although I should. Number 11, a craft tool that was a bargain. Well, that's easy for me. For those of you who saw one of my videos recently about a garage sale haul for Memorial Day weekend, I got my Mercado, is that how you say it? Mercado Atlas pasta machine for polymer clay, which is like a $150 pasta machine, for $5, and it was still in the box and never used. And it even had the spaghetti attachment, which if you go to buy that, it's like an extra $30 or $40. So ground score, that was my best bargain and still makes me happy to this day. And yeah, so that was it. And for those of you who do not go to yard sales or auctions or thrift stores, I don't know what's holding you back. The treasures, it's like going on a treasure hunt, so it's my favorite thing to do. Number 12, best storage idea. I have a small cottage that I live in, so storage is tight. But I'll have to say, going back again to another auction find, I got a wonderful spool rack, like a double-sided spool rack that I took apart, and I now have on the inside of one of my closet doors, and it's for spools of thread, and I use it to store rolls of ribbon and my bead wire, and yeah, so I think I paid like $5 for that or something, and that's my best storage thing so far. I also use like a cabinet. Maybe someday I'll do it. It's really, there's nothing to it. First of all, I don't have a lot of supplies, and second of all, I live in such a small space that if I were to do like a how I store my art supply video, it wouldn't be very long, but maybe I could show that to you guys one day. But also I have a cabinet that I got, stay on track, Callie, on the side of the road that someone's throwing out, this big wooden cabinet that opens up that I use, and that's where I have my paints, and there's a drawer on the bottom that I keep everything else, like glue sticks and things like that. So maybe I'll show you guys one day. What is number 13, my worst storage idea? Well, again, I'm a Virgo too, so I love organization and things like that. But my least effective storage setup are these like Rubbermaid rubber, storage bins, and they have lids on them, and you can't see through them. So I have 3 of them, and I basically know what, oh, actually I have more than that, but for crafts, I have one that I have fabric in, I have another that I have like projects in progress, and then another one for, I don't know, random craft supplies, but you can't see through them. So even though I have a label on the outside of what they are, you kind of have to pull them out and open them up and look through them. So I don't like that. I want things to be accessible, and if I'm inspired, I don't want to have to think, oh gosh, I have to go pull the closet apart, and but I do have things pretty much set up where I can get to them. But number 14, what is my most viewed video on YouTube? So what has gotten the most views of my videos? And I have to say that it's my, I titled it, Don't Ask an Amputee to Do the Hokey Pokey, It's Just Cruel. And that's the title of the video, and it really has nothing to do with amputees doing the hokey pokey. And honestly, that's, I'm sure, why people clicked on it initially, and I'm sure they were sorely disappointed. While I wasn't trying to deliberately mislead anyone, because I did talk about I am an amputee, number 1, and number 2, yeah, I don't do the hokey pokey because I can't put my left foot in. So that's why I said, but anyway, I'm sure that's why it got the most clicks or, views. If I were to look at the analytics on it, I don't think people probably stuck around for the whole 20 minutes or whatever. But that's my most viewed one. And the one after that is, I had initially started my YouTube channel in 2008. And that, I had posted a few videos of me singing. And they're still up if you guys want to check them out. So the second most viewed video, and I think just because of the length of time it's been on the internet, going on, it's 7 years now, is I did a rendition of The Who, Behind Blue Eyes, me singing Behind Blue Eyes. So that has like almost 2,000 views on it, which in the scope of things is not very much. But, and then conversely, number 15, what is my least viewed video? And I had to go and check. It was funny to see, because I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, but for some reason, randomly, it was my Master Cleanse Day 7. Now, I did a series of Master Cleanse videos here on my channel, and it was day 1 through 10, and I have no idea why day 7 got the least amount of views, but for some reason, I don't know, I should go watch it again and see. But, so that's my least viewed video. Number 16, what is my biggest craft mishap? What project did you do that just didn't cut it? And I made a video on it, and I called it my triptych fail. And that was another video inspired by Rita Marie of a triptych, and I tried to do it out of polymer clay, and I made the doors backward, and it just was not my day for that triptych. But I persevered, and I tried it again, and lo and behold, it came out wonderfully, and I really like it a lot. So, you know, if at first you don't succeed, but that was definitely a fail in my eyes initially, although, you know, this is all wonderful lessons for me about patience and learning and trying, and you know, obviously you can't be wonderful at things the first time out, and I have to learn that. I'm really hard on myself that way, you know. I want it to be perfect, and there's no such thing, Callie, you know. So every fail is, you know, is just a lesson, and just one more step on the path to success. So but that I would consider my biggest fail so far, which wasn't really a fail, right? Number 17, items that I stock up on at the craft store. Honestly, I don't really shop at the craft store. The last time I did was like last year, and I spend far too much money. I think I probably spent close to $200 at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. And I got things like jewelry findings and paints and things like that. But what do I mostly stock up on? It seems that the things that I buy the most are the things I use the most. So Mod Podge, all types of adhesives, E6000 glue, acrylic paints, polymer clay. Those seem to be the things that I run out of the most. So drawing paper, you know, watercolor pads, things like that. White pens, Signo pens. I go through those a lot. Number 18, what is my favorite non-store craft place to buy items? I've already told you guys, hands down, number one is the auction, followed closely by, you know, thrift stores, yard sales, things like that, the Dollar Tree. I love a good bargain. I love to recycle and reuse and upcycle, and that's what I'm all about. So I don't go out and spend a lot of money on new things. Although, you know, I have to tell you, of course, I like it when I, you know, can do that. And everybody, you know, wants to be able to splurge a little bit. But I just have a way of segueing off the questions, don't I? So my favorite place to buy craft store items, you know, again, hands down, the auction and thrift stores. Number 19, a craft I wished I could do but can't. I think I share a lot of my answers with Rita Marie too, because we're soul sisters like that. But I told you I haven't tried stained glass, so I don't know if I can't do it. I think I could do anything. If I tried hard enough, I'm certainly willing to try, but I've never tried stained glass. And to copy Rita again, I would love to, and haven't tried glass blowing. So those are two things. So not to say that I can't do them, but I haven't tried them. So, but I would like to. Number 20, and I think Rita said there were 20 questions, but for some reason I have 21. So I don't know. Number 20, what's next in your craft tool list? Like, what would I like to buy? I need a new wood burning tool. My old one the tip got messed up, so I need a new wood burner. And I don't know if it's a tool, but I would like to either buy or make a jelly plate, just because. Oh, and a brayer. I need a brayer. I just thought of that. I should keep a list, like a wish list, you know. So that's next, you know, a new wood burner, definitely. If I were gonna, and they're fairly cheap. I think I could probably get one for like 15, 20 bucks. And now that I say that, manifest that at the auction. So I'll put that out in the universe and see what comes my way. Number 21, last question. What made me start a YouTube channel? Again, I told you that I initially started this channel back in 2008. And I think that at the time, I think it might have been my boyfriend Mark's idea. Hi, Mark. He was super supportive of my singing, and he encouraged me to post a few videos that I had done with our dear friend Jeff Enton. So I think it might have been Mark's idea. And thank you, Mark, again. So he initially posted, I think he started my channel for me, and he posted up a few videos that are still there. And then the channel lay dormant up until November of 2014. And honestly, it was a totally spur of the moment, universe flash kind of thing. I think I shared with you guys that I had initially started watching YouTube videos for, I think the first YouTube video that I actively looked up something was how to make a piñata. I'm not even kidding. I made a pumpkin piñata for my grandson, and I watched a craft tutorial. And after that, somehow I got into watching makeup videos, like makeup tutorials, and I think initially it was like special effects. There's a girl also, gosh, there was a couple that I started. ClaireDelis.com, I think, is one, and so I started watching makeup artists, and then I got into couponing. So there was a girl, Tati, Glam Life Guru, who used to do these Rite Aid hauls. I was a big Rite Aid couponer back in the days when you could get free items at Rite Aid in the heyday. You can't anymore, but it was fun while it lasted. Thank you, Rite Aid. So I started watching Tati, and she also did makeup videos, so I started watching makeup videos, and then, I don't know, somehow I got turned on to the craft community here, and I just fell in love. So, oh geez, I can't even, some of the first few people I started watching, you know, Crazy Island Family, and Kelly Donovan, and, you know, you guys know Secret, and Jenny Belly, and the Frugal Crafter, and Lynn's Crafts, and now Rita, and everybody, all you guys who I love so much, Victor, and oh gosh, God, I could just do a love list here. So, Marianne, you know I love you, girl, and Irmgard. Yeah, so I kind of got turned on to all the communities that I was interested in, you know, the crafting community, the Wiccan community, the witchy community here. You know, I kind of have my one foot in many puddles, but so that's kind of how I got turned on to watching YouTube. And then literally in November of last year, it was like a flash. I told you I live alone for the first time in my life, and it just came on me. Divine intervention just said, you know what, Callie, you could do this too, or you should do this, or you want to do this, or let's do this, something. Made me turn on my phone and point that camera at myself, and I look back at my very first video, and I'm very awkward, and it's like 3 minutes long, and I'm like, blah, hi, I'm here, and this is what I want to do. And, you know, I definitely am feeling more comfortable now, but so that's what made me start a YouTube channel. And I love you guys so much. So I'll be back at some point in the next few days. I'm going to grab my grandson this weekend, so I don't know if I'll be doing a video on Sunday, but in the next few days I'll be back. But anyway, I would love it if you guys would do this video. I think it's an old one, but we've recycled it now. So tag here it, and I love you very much, and blessed be, and I'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.